welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Ole Miss Rebels. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, he understands this is a huge conference matchup with the 7-game winning streak on the line, but more importantly, conference play and ramifications for a conference championship. This is a huge matchup today, and he has warned his team. Streak alive by doing your job today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Carolina's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend. But the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, maybe.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So, mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looks as if he's going to run it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Play action on first down. With the catch, it's Tyree. First catch of the season as this freshman tight end wastes no time getting involved.
Well, this tight end, he's got size, he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Second and long here. Going to the running game. Brought down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Third and long right here. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On third down, he drops to throw. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense under.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Quarterback keeper. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a fourth down conversion.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Rid of it on the RPO. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Oh, do you just hate to see it. Blew the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Ole Miss offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He wants to go deep. Makes a grab right down the middle. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And really kind of a Jekyll and Hyde opening drive for the defense in the game. They've given up some yards and they've given up some big plays, but they've also got 2 sacks now already. So a little bit of back and forth. I think you're looking for a little bit more consistency from this defense now as the game develops.
Right side, it's Bradley. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Turns up, it's Morris. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Out wide right, it's Rivera. Touchdown, Rebels! Oh, that may be in, and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. On the RPO, got him. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
Back to pass on second down. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quarterback changing the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll pull it down. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Trying to take it back. Followed him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, it's Beal. Turning it on. The 40. The 20. The 10. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point is good. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down to the air. Unloads it left. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. Inside the touchdown. The defense putting points on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
RPO complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Could not make his way to the corner.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Got him quickly. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Short picked up a 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. He's looking to pass. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Got him on the RPO. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds his man. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Motion from the back. Gonna look downfield again. Got his man out of the backfield. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. A run for the quarterback. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. On the move. Stop, no chance. This defensive line won the battle, and they got the football back with a 4th down stop. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
Great job on the safety there. And how about the D tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up into to try to buy himself some time. That D tackle walked his man right into the lap of the QB, and he gets the safety.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. Soft spot in the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He'll try to do it himself. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a third down situation, knowing exactly where the first down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Needs it here on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. He splits the uprights. That gets them back to within 10. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with Appalachian State taking on the Old Dominion Monarchs.
The Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Coming out of the locker room, the Gamecocks head coach told me this is the moment his defense has to get organized. They have been a little problematic here in this first half, giving up too many points. And now, with the opponents getting the ball to start the second half, they do not want that momentum and a positive offensive output right here to change this game. He said our defense has to make a statement and make a stand, and it starts right now. Reese?
All right, Holly.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
There he goes. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hand it to the back. Plows through the defense. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Looking for the goal line. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He'll try to tack on one more.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. On the run, fires downfield. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. On play action. Going for the big play. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They're all over it. And he avoids the sack.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
It was work. On the return toward midfield, they'll stop him at the 46. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They want to run this quarterback. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Looking for running room. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. Deep in the end zone, it's Beal. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Quick give. It's Morris. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Rides to the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking. Going to try to get it himself. Makes his way out to the 20 before he's stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Searching for space. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. He did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Turns it upfield. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. A quick pass to the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Quick handoff. He's past the sticks. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Setting up the screen. Got him right there. Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Short gain on the play before he slides. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Working the middle, it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Man, it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Back to pass on second down. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He wants a big play here late. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Handoff again. Knocked down immediately. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Running behind that left side. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a stick.
He lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. Breaks the tackle. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. snapped on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Complete in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Really nice timing, and that's a very accurate throw by the quarterback. There was not a big window. He's throwing the in-breaking route. It's coming from his left, and he's got to fit that football into a really tight space where his guy can make the catch. Very confident throw that time by the QB.
Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down.
Red 54, go!
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long 1st down marker just short of the goal line. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And they've made it a one-possession game here in the 4th quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.